We'll continue discussing program evaluation and a synthesis of some approaches. And in this regard, of course, another subtopic, which is the approaches of language program evaluation. What approaches are there? Before we discuss the approaches, I would just like you to pause the video for a little while and see these questions listed here. The first one, could you think of some of the approaches for program evaluation? Secondly, what kind of approaches you intend to use to improve the course you teach, right? Now, afterwards, you could, once you are well thought through these questions, you could watch the rest of the video, right? We are talking about the approaches, right? There are different approaches out there which we could use to evaluate a language program. For example, if the program is English for specific purposes or English for academic purposes, for example. So these approaches are the product-oriented, the process-oriented, static characteristic, and decision facilitation. Let's look at these approaches one by one. Product-oriented, what's this one about? This one is about, looking at the goals, whether the goals match the methodology and instructional objectives, whether the objectives match or suit the, material selected for a language program, and the total involvement, how students or the teachers actually they are involved, the dynamics of the classroom, and the recommendations. In other words, what sort of recommendation or options could be suggested if the instructional objectives are not taking place in an appropriate or required manner, right? The second approach is the static characteristic, which deals with, looking at the perspective of some external agencies, some external, people. For example, they look at the overall standing of the institute in terms of its ranking, in terms of its, identity in the eyes of the general masses, right? The third one is the process-oriented, which deals with the language curriculum design change. Remember, we can bring in the innovation, and this is what the whole point of this course is. We, as language teachers, when we are implementing the curriculum at the classroom level, we shouldn't follow the document slavishly. Rather, we should become proactive. And this is what is the emphasis is on how to improve the, program. And this is what evaluation helps all about, right? And the fourth one is the decision facilitation, which deals with the cyclic information, which we continue to get about the needs analysis, about environment analysis, and then goal setting, and then the provision of the quality teaching, and then we've got the evaluation, which we are discussing now, and the analysis of the program. So in brief, these approaches lay emphasis on becoming aware of, some parameters of assessing the worth of a language program, no matter it's English for specific program, no matter it's general English program, no matter if it's English for academic purposes program. Whatever the program is, evaluation is out there to help us make informed decisions about the quality of the program, about the provision of quality and meaningful language learning experiences to the students.